Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Gamer Life Show. I'm your host, Elijah Murray. This podcast comes to you courtesy of thekingslayer.com. So today has been an incredibly interesting day. Actually, I'd say the past 2 days. Apparently, Sony is going through something really significant, and that is perhaps the leak of the biggest game of the year. That's right, a leak. And that leak belongs to The Last of Us 2, unfortunately. So the parameters of this story are pretty vague. It's been rumored that an ex-developer who we don't know his name or her name was disgruntled with the not being paid as well as crunch and overwork that Naughty Dog has put them under. And as a result, this person used different online places to basically leak the parts of the game that are huge spoilers of The Last of Us 2. And it's been pretty interesting to watch social media go all over the place and really be interesting in terms of the different types of, I guess, comments that people have to make. Me, I for one think that it's horrible. First of all, you have, whether it's that person or anyone on the team that put all that time and years of work into creating a game like The Last of Us 2, and having an audience that's been anticipating one of the biggest, if not most important IPs of the past two generations, to have that game leaked is actually a huge disservice. And it's the kind of disservice where you can't come back from that. And the reason why you can't come back from that is because simply that you taint yourself. If the individual was trying to make a point and trying to bring awareness to his situation and his co-worker situation, he basically did it the wrong way, because now he's so tainted that no developer in the industry is going to want to hire him or her, because they feel that this person might do that to them if they're disgruntled or feel that they didn't get what they deserve. And it also makes people not want to be around that person because they're toxic, and they're toxic in a way where they don't know how to express themselves in terms of their grievances, in terms of what doesn't work for them. At the same time, with that being said, we also have to look at it from the person who did this standpoint. And I wouldn't call him a victim just yet, but we've heard from reporters such as Jason Schreier of Otaku that working conditions at Naughty Dog Studios, which is a Sony worldwide studio, has been abysmal in terms of the crunch, in terms of developers not being treated well. And it's been a place where a lot of news has come from, and it's been the type of situation where people don't feel that that's a place they need to be working at. So as a result, yes, there may be a cause that this particular developer has, and it may be a righteous cause, but there's no doubt that the way the person went about it, I think it could have been done a different way. At the same time, with that being said, it's hard for me to tell someone who isn't being paid, who's being disrespected or mistreated at work, that their grievance and the way that they grieve is just totally wrong. And I know that sounds contradictory, and I know that sounds really like I'm making a turnabout face. What I'm trying to do is give some semblance of credence to why someone would do something like this. And there may not be any credence at all to it. The most important thing, though, is we need to find the full story out. Why was this guy or this girl, this person motivated to do such a thing and, spoil both the hard work of himself, herself, and their colleagues, as well as the audience, as well as a major company in Sony worldwide studios. The one thing that did come out of this is because of the fact that they had delayed the game, and there was an indeterminate release date. Now, as a result of the spoiler and the leak, we now have a release date of June 19th, I believe. June 19th, I believe, is the date that we should see The Last of Us 2 released on the PlayStation 4, which is a huge moment for the gamers. I personally haven't been able to and don't want to see any spoilers, so I can't give you any information outside of what I've been able to watch. But yeah, it's been the biggest news of the day. It's been interesting to watch social media and their reactions to everything. Many people again coming out vehemently against them, but at the same time, there have been a huge people from the audience side who have been able to see perhaps this person's side of the fence, stand in their shoes and say, hey, if you didn't treat the person right, why would you expect them to be loyal? And that's a very big thing. But at the same time, the question is, can this person still be professional? But is professionalism even something that's worth even talking about when your employer, who I'm pretty sure is contractually obligated to pay you, does not pay you? I mean, that's the ultimate form of loyalty in terms of job security, is that I work for you, you pay me for the work that I do. If I'm not being paid, then there is a problem there. So I think that this is one of those cases where we have to look at both sides of the story and really sympathize with both, and at the same time condemn what we don't believe is the right thing to do. And it may be contradictory, but it's the best way to look at things from all sides. So we're going to end the podcast here. I'm your host, Elijah Murray, and this is the Gamer Life Show. See you on the other side.